Hey everybody, I'm Chef Tom with All Things Barbecue, and today we're joined again by our good friend Eric Gephart of Kamado Joe. Now we love these Kamado Joe grills, which is why we carry them in our store. All of the accessories and grills that you see Eric cooking on in these fantastic recipes can be found at atbbq.com. Check it out.
Hey folks, Eric Gephart here, Kamado Joe. Got a really fun recipe that we're going to do today. It's a roast oyster. So we went ahead and shucked some of these East Coast oysters. We went ahead and desegmented them. So we have these loose oysters. Beautiful, sweet, briny oysters. What we're going to do is we've got a cast iron pan here. We're going to render out some sausage, knock in a little bit of red onion, a little garlic, put a little champagne in there, let that reduce, a little cream, let that reduce, a little heat, and bring it together with a little bit of spinach and a little cheese then to tighten it up. Top each individual oyster and a little smoked Gouda cheese on top of that and roast it down. This is just one of those party favorites that people go nuts over. So let's check it out. All right, so again, first we're going to start with just a little bit of oil in this cast iron pan. Notice that I've got it directly over the coals and we're at the smoking point. Now I'm going to go in with this sausage. And this is a hot Italian sausage. Usually I use andouille for this, but I was at the store and I saw hot Italian. I said, why not? That sounds really nice. So we're going to let that brown up a little bit. We'll start rendering it out. All right, so we've got some really nice color on this sausage. Let's go ahead and go in with some red onions. We're just going to sweat those. We don't really want any color here. We're going to sweat them down, and once they're right where we want them, then we're going to knock in a little garlic. You always want to go in with your red onions before your garlic because the garlic's obviously going to burn faster. All right, garlic's in. We're going to let that go for just another minute and then knock in our champagne. So we got our sausage rendering down on the Kamado Joe. We've then added our red onion, got our garlic in there sweating. The aromas are incredible. Next, we've got to add our champagne. So, break out our little knife, and we'll go straight in. Not too much. Look at those great bubbles we're getting. We're getting a nice sizzle around. And we're going to let that reduce down by half. Once that's reduced down, all those flavors have married, then we'll knock in a little bit of heavy cream. So we're really seeing that oil now. Now we're going to knock in a little heavy cream. And we're going to let that reduce down. It's going to tighten up really nicely. Let's go ahead and incorporate it. So we're letting that cream reduce, just like we let that white wine reduce, right? We're going to take it to the point where it's almost about to separate. We almost have a broken sauce. Then we're going to introduce our spinach. All right, and as we all know, once you start cooking spinach, it lets go of a tremendous amount of liquid. So that's going to rehydrate it, and then we're going to take it back the other way and tighten it up with a little Parmesan cheese. Somewhere in the middle there, we'll get a little sriracha in there as well, just to bring a little bit more heat. Because again, like I say, I usually use something like a chorizo, but this is a hot Italian, so I just want a touch more heat in there. Don't worry, we're not going to use all this. So check out these bubbles. Notice how we've got real small bubbles. Got a good amount of sheen to them. What we're looking for before it's about to separate will be larger bubbles. So as it reduces down, it gets thicker. Those bubbles get bigger and bigger. So our bubbles are starting to get there. I think we got about another 2 minutes now. Then we'll go in again with our spinach, little sriracha, and then tighten it back up with the Parmesan. At that point, we'll let it cool just a touch. Straight onto the oysters. Top them with the smoked Gouda, roasted again for another probably 4 to 5 minutes. After 5 minutes of roasting, you'll have the most unbelievable spinach andouille cream sauce topped with smoked Gouda cheese. See how we can start to see the coloration around the edge? Those bubbles have sheened out a little bit. When I draw, I'm able to see the bottom for longer periods of time. This is really starting to thicken up nicely. All those flavors are marrying. So I think at this point we'll go in just a little bit of sriracha. So I want a little bit of heat. And now we start going in with our spinach. Now I'll take this spinach and just tear it slightly. And it's going to look like you're adding way too much spinach, but just wait. It'll all start drinking that up. And we just start gently folding it in. Look at that. I tell you, when you smell something like this, you just know you're doing something right. So the aromas are just absolutely amazing, rich, deep flavors. Let's tighten it up with a little bit of Parmesan. Good. Nice work, team. Hang in there. You're doing a great job. Look at that. Beautiful. I mean, at this point, we're going to top oysters with it, but you could put that on pasta if you wanted to, you know? Look at that. Right on there. I've been known to sneak into a walk-in at restaurants when I made this and just eat this stuff when it's cooled down. I mean, it's that good. Yes. Well, that was a lot. That one will be for me. Look at how beautiful that spinach is. Now we top with the smoked Gouda, right on top. I shredded this with the thickest, well, I guess the biggest die on the cheese grater I could. You don't want the small shred, you want the big shred. Look at that. At this point, we're ready to go. Take a look. Look at how incredible that is, right? And now there's enough residual heat that we could just leave it be, but we're gonna knock this on the grill for just a couple minutes, let that cheese melt. Once that cheese is melted and it starts to get a little bit of color, we're done. So here we go. Now I'm gonna shut the lid on this. I imagine we're about 650 degrees. You can do it at 500. But again, we're just waiting on that cheese to melt ever so slightly and possibly get a little bit of color on top. Then we go on a platter, and it's important to have that platter ready. Boom, and you're walking around with it to your guests, and you're serving it like a beautiful hors d'oeuvre. All right, let's close this lid and check back in about 4 minutes. All right, it's been 4 or 5 minutes. Let's go ahead and open this up and take a sneak peek. Looking really tasty, but I gotta be honest, I wanna take it a little bit further. I need to see that cheese just completely melted, and I wanna see it bubbling around the edge. I wanna make sure that we get that oyster nice and warm, and the cheese fully melted, all those flavors truly, truly combined. Let's shut it, let's give it another 2 minutes. All right, it's been another 2 minutes, let's give it a look. Spot on, that's exactly what we wanna see. Look at that. Yep. We've got it on a nice bed of rock salt. Gives the illusion of ice. Look at that, cheese is just going everywhere. I love it. So that's it, folks. You know, you could put a little chopped parsley on there if you wanted to, or a little dot of sriracha if you wanted a little red. But I think it's got enough heat, you know, with that sausage and the sriracha that we already put in there. That's just going to be a beautiful, beautiful thing. Eric Gephart here from Kamado. Cheers.
Hey, thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, click that subscribe button. And if you have any questions or comments, or there's anything you'd like to see us cook, let us know in the comment section down below. For more recipes, tips, and techniques, head over to thesauce.atbbq.com. All things barbecue, where barbecue legends are made.